morning, everyone. Welcome once again to Ellington Studies. Today we're looking at the Strategy Focused Organization by Robert S. Kaplan and David P. Nuttram. And we're still at Chapter 2. Today's topic is Learning and Growth Perspective. The final set of objectives provided the foundations for mobile strategies, skills, and motivations of its employees, and the roles for information technology. The project team identified three strategy objectives for the learning and growth perspective. 1. Core competition skills. 2. Access to strategy information. 3. Organizational involvement. Core competitive skills has to do with the encouraging and facilitating of our people gain and to give them a broader understanding of the marketing refining business from end to end. Build the level of skills and competence necessary to execute our vision. Develop the leadership skills required to articulate the vision. Promote integrity, business thinking, and develop our people. Access to strategic information has to do with the development strategy information on executive and strategies per se. 3. Organizational involvement has to do with enable the achievement of our vision by promoting an understanding of our organizational strategy and by creating a climate in which our employees are motivated and empowered to strive towards that vision. The measures to support these three objectives, however, prove to be the most difficult to be specific. Ideally, Mobile wanted to identify the specific skills and information each individual should have to enhance internal processes, performance, and deliver the value proposition to its consumers. This might include, for example, measures such as strategy competency, availability percentage, and strategic system availability. The company had to define actual measurements, however, until it could develop the measurement instruments. For the third objective, Mobile implemented an employee survey designed to measure people's awareness about the new strategy and their motivation to help the company achieve its targets. With the learning and growth perspective specified, Mobile now had to complete representations of its new strategy. It had to finish the first process in creating a strategy-focused organization by translating its vision and strategy into a set of objectives and measures in 4 perspectives, which we're going to see later on. This could be represented in strategy maps. The graphic portrayed the cause and effects linkage of the objectives and measures across the 4 perspectives. The objective and measures and their representations in a map could now be linked and communicated clearly to the rest of the organization. Build a balanced scorecard should neither restrict your search for the best measures nor a benchmark exercise to find out what other companies are measuring in their scorecard. Rather, the scorecard building process should follow Mobile NAM and R step. 1. Assess the competitive environment. 2. Learn about consumers' preference and segment. 3. Develop a strategy to generate back-through financial performance. 4. Articulate the balance between growth and productivity. 5. Select the targeted consumer segment. 6. Determine the value proposition for the targeted consumers. 7. Identify the critical initial and internal business processes to deliver the value propositions to consumers and for the financial cost and productivity objective. Lastly, develop the skill, competence, motivation, database, and technology required to excel at internal process and consumers' value delivery. At the end of this process, the organization will have a scorecard of objectives and measures that truly reflect the strategy. And outside observers should be able to infer the organizational strategy from its scorecard, measures, and the linkage among them. When this test has been passed, the organization is ready to deploy the scorecard through the next 4 process to create the strategy focused organization. Now, we have here in this chapter is trying to talk about the learning and growth perspective for every new or existing organization that wants to actually grow or want to actually implement something. We have to be open to learning, and we have to be open to the mindset that okay, we can actually grow from this certain level to this certain level. So we have to be open to new ideas, we have to be open to making some major changes, and also carrying our employees along. Everything they said here, when they had the opportunity to actually want to implement their strategies, they had to make sure that employees' growth and motivations came in, because if you just bring the strategy and your employees are not actually motivated or they are not actually considered, the strategy will actually fail, because they are the ones that you use to achieve the strategy. And if they don't understand what you're talking about, if they are not in the know, if they are not up to date to what you're talking about, they'll actually bring it down or slow the process down in a certain way. So we have to consider every aspect of these things while creating a strategy focused organization. And once all these theories have been tested in your organization, then you can say you have a strategy focused organization that can actually be implemented. If not, you still have to work on few things. You still have to go back, check the linkages, check your customer's perspective, check how far you've grown, check many things. There are things that need to be checked. So we're going to stop here for today, and we're going to continue same time tomorrow on LinkedIn Studies. See you all next time. Thank you.